I'm just recharging my batteries when I'm sleeping, and then when it's time to shoot, my batteries are charged, so I'm ready to go.
That's just the way it works when you're young.
Yeah.
He's still young. Yeah, a little younger than I am anyway. Yeah, 10 o'clock I'm out. That's I gotta go to sleep. So your favorite project then, would you say, was Move Up John?
Well, I liked that project because it was my first experience, and like I got to work with great actors like Gamusung and like how he really helped me fine-tune my acting ability. I really had a lot of fun shooting Panga Panga because it was a comedy film. So the whole time we were just cracking jokes, and like it was a very fun atmosphere, and the staff and the main actor Kim In-kwon, like we were always like really close and just laughing a lot. And, I enjoyed shooting that as well.
Okay, so those are probably the two favorite projects that you've done. What's the toughest thing about being an actor in Korea?
The toughest part of acting in Korea is that Korean is not my native language. So when they demand that I need to speak Korean in the film or TV program, it's difficult because I can only stick to the lines given to me. Whereas if it was in English, I can ad-lib a little bit or change it. It'll still mean the same thing, but I can really just express the character in that way. As I continue to learn the Korean language better, then of course I'm going to be able to do that, and that's just part of growth and experience as an actor.
Yeah, that's something you're going to have to keep working on too, huh? Yeah, I mean, you must want to be able to ad-lib in Korean.
Yes.
For these projects, otherwise you're kind of limited in your acting ability, huh?
Exactly. So, I mean, I watch a lot of Korean films and like pick up different satires or accents and really try to hone in on that so I can be a better actor in Korea.
Well, who are some of your close acting friends? You have some actor friends nowadays that you hang out with and discuss your craft?
Well, I mean, I was very close with Gamusung.
Okay.
And actually, we went on vacation together. We went to New Zealand.
Wow.
And I went there with one of my friends and his wife, and it was a really good experience.
Yeah, that must have been a blast.
Yeah, it was great.
What do you guys do for fun? Go out and get beers in the evening? And
just like, you know, go to restaurants, sightseeing. We rented a car and just traveled the entire island, and it's a very beautiful country.
New Zealand?
Yeah.
How long did that take? It's a big island, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we spent just under a month there, so we planned out the trip and which places we were going to be in cities, and I think my favorite place there was Queenstown.
Okay.
It was a very beautiful place. The water was crystal clear, nice mountains, and actually that's where they shot Lord of the Rings.
Right. Okay.
And we actually went to the site where they were shooting that.
And it's just spectacular.
It's very nice.
Okay. Now, a question that all of the listeners want to know.
Sure.
When you and Gamusung discuss things, do you speak in English or Korean?
Korean.
Korean.
So that's, as I said, friends.
He speaks some pretty good English too, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, his English is pretty good.
Yeah.
He understands a lot, and actually he was learning English at the time from one of my friends who was helping him increase his English ability. But yeah, for most actors in Korea, I speak Korean with them. Actually, I'd say majority of them.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen, and that, of course, helps your Korean in turn. Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah. Where do you want to take these projects? Do you have a role that you would like to play, or a dream role of some sort?
Well, I love action films, and I love certain kind of dramas. For example, like Old Boy was a very nice twisted movie.
Yeah.
And, Ajashi. Yeah. I like those kinds of films, a mixture of action and drama. But I'd like to play a hero or even anti-hero, but a good guy in one of these films. The main reason I actually came to Korea was originally I had planned to go straight to LA, Hollywood, but there's a lot of competition there. If you go into a restaurant, all the waiters and waitresses are also part-time actresses.
Aspiring actors and actresses, yes.
So there's a lot of competition there.
Yeah.
So being that I was half Korean, I figured that I would have advantage or to get more experience in Korea, and then use the eventually, hopefully, fame and experience to transfer to the U.S.
Right.
And then eventually just go back and forth, continue doing films in Korea and in the U.S. Kind of bridge the industries together.
Yeah. You've had I guess you get a little bit of an advantage because there's an inordinate amount of roles that need a native English speaker to be played.
Sure.
And there's not a ton of native English speaking people who can act out in these roles in the movies and places like that, I guess, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And so by coming to Korea, you were able to be the guy who could play those roles immediately. That seems to have been a good decision.
Yeah, it has so far, and my career has really gone like really fast. I just gotta keep my feet on the ground and push forward.
Yeah. Obviously, you've accomplished some very diverse roles at this point too. Especially because Panga is so different from the other roles that you played, right?
Yes.
The question is, how will that translate to being that you spoke Korean for the whole movie? How do you can't really use that on your application in Hollywood, can you?
I could basically just.
You'll have to go on there somewhere, but
I mean, I would simply say I took on a role of someone from another country that I don't look like at all, and speak a language that's not my native language.
Yeah.
So I mean that would probably help me maybe if I was in a film placed in another country, say from the States, and say we're shooting in Brazil or in like Italy or any of those countries. Maybe they might need me to speak the language or learn it for some lines. For example, The Last Samurai, Tom Cruise had to learn
some Japanese.
Exactly.
Right. So they could need someone who's fluent in Korean to begin with.
Yeah.
And of course, with all the movies about North Korea and South Korea and all this stuff, that if you're going to do an action movie, that could be that has great potential, right?
Yeah. I can't wait.
Good luck. You know, there was the James Bond movie that had
that
had the